Hello! Today is another day with a couple of firsts for me. We are at Schiphol, Amsterdam, and we're going to travel to Austria and to Vienna. I've never been to Austria before and certainly not to Vienna. To be honest, I think I've been in more US states than European countries, so it is about time to explore Europe, especially as I live here. We're going to stay in Vienna for 2 nights and do some sightseeing and hopefully have some nice food there. I really can't tell you a lot about Vienna other than it's the capital of Austria, and a lot of famous classical musicians are from there. From the top of my head, Mozart, Mahler, but there are much more than my uncultured memory can list. Also, Vienna was the capital of the Austrian Empire that started around 1814 and it ended after the First World War. We're flying on Austrian Airlines. It's the first time for me on Austrian Airlines. It's an airline that was founded in 1923. The airline was state-owned, like many airlines within Europe used to be. But in 2008 they sold off 42% to Lufthansa. It is really getting beyond a joke now. Schiphol really has an escalator and a moving walkway problem. On this trip I counted at least 6 not working, and that was just on our route to the lounge and to the plane. This is not a new issue. People have been making fun of Schiphol's moving walkway and escalator issues for years now. As we're flying business class, we do have access to the Star Alliance lounge here. It's a good lounge. We visited not long ago when we flew to Zurich on Swiss, also a Star Alliance member. We were at the lounge at breakfast time. All the breakfast food was out, but we skipped it as we would have a meal on board. And in hindsight, that was a very big mistake. Food looked a bit less interesting than the last time we were here, and that was in the afternoon, so that was lunch and afternoon service. I'll post a link to that video and then you can see what they served in the afternoon. We had a coffee and that was doing its job. Such a great view. What other lounges look out on a Fokker 100? I don't think they did a boarding announcement in the lounge, but it was time for us to head towards the plane. As per normal, we are getting our steps in here at Schiphol, but today we were in luck. Normally we get the furthest gate at the terminal, but today all the stars aligned and our walk was much shorter as it was gated close to the start of the terminal. It also gave us a good view of our ride. It's an Airbus A320 Neo and it is just over 1 year old. Boarding had already started as we arrived at the gate, and that's also a bit worrying. Hopefully there's a space in the overhead locker for our luggage. We were in row 1, Euro business seating as they call it. They are regular seats except for the center seat that is blocked, so you're guaranteed that nobody's going to sit next to you. and they had plenty of leg room in the first row. After a 15-minute delay, we finally pushed back, and we were lucky today. We're taking off from 36 center runway and not the far away 36 left runway.
Tanken.
As we were in business class, we got a meal, and boy did we regret not eating in the lounge this time. What can I say? If you watch my KLM inter-European business class flight, that was a horrible breakfast, but this was even far more worse.
Airplane food review. Business class edition.
First, a positive. They did have a gluten-free meal available for my wife to order, and she has to eat gluten-free, and she actually liked her meal. It was egg with some cheese in it, mushrooms, potato, and some tomato. So her meal wasn't that bad. Mine, however, was really unbelievably bad. I guess it was a sort of a deconstructed eggs Benedict, but the holiday sauce was curled and dried out, and the egg was just rock solid. The toast was soggy and greasy and cold. And I kid you not, I saw a man across the aisle putting it in his dinner roll, believing it was some sort of a breakfast meat, after quickly throwing it out again. I get the attention, but this was just a horrible breakfast. They really shouldn't serve this. What was a nice touch, we did get these little Lindt chocolate Easter bunnies, as it was Easter weekend. The actual flight time was 1 hour and 30 minutes, and as we descended through the clouds, we got the first glimpses of the rainy weather that was at our destination. So my final thoughts on Austrian the business class product, other than of course my horrible breakfast. They did have a gluten-free meal for my wife, which a lot of European carriers are not doing anymore. Pretty much they offer the same product as the major European carriers. Euro business seating, a meal, a lounge, fast track, and you get some extra luggage. The crew was very professional and friendly, so no complaints there. The only thing was the bad meal. And the price of the flight was €462 per person, and that is for a return ticket in business class. An economy ticket, including luggage, was €348, so the price difference was €114. So for me, €140 for a blocked seat, lounge access, the fast track security, the extra luggage you can take, those little things, I think isn't too bad, but I do understand that a lot of people have a much better destination for the 140 in extra euros. Let me know in the comments where you draw the line in that decision of should you pay a bit extra for business class or economy plus.
Liebe Gäste, herzlich willkommen in Wien. Bitte bleiben Sie noch so lange angeschnallt sitzen,
bis die Anschnallzeichen über Ihren Sitzen erloschen sind. Thank you for choosing Austrian Airlines, a member of Star Alliance, for this flight. Will das Gate D65 sein und Passagiere nach Sarajevo wird das Gate G74 sein.
After a short taxi, we finally parked at bus gate, and the buses were there ready to greet us. And it's a nice views of the tarmac from the bus, which I always enjoy. However, I must say that the bus stop at the terminal really looked like a border crossing in Berlin before the unification of Germany. No passport control here, as it is a Schengen flight. It's not the largest airport, so also the bags were close by and they came pretty rapidly. The hotel we are staying at had organized a car for us at our request, and the driver was waiting there as we exited. Very fancy and another first for us. Thank you for watching. Do leave a comment and thoughts in the comment sections. That really helps us. Do like if you like the video. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. So once again, thank you for watching and bye bye.